I'm sorry.
No, I'll probably get there late. I still gotta go get gas.
Cultists. You said I had a new cultist. Oh, right there. Okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pod and Play here on Nerds Gone Rogue. I'm Corey, and I'm joined by my, I don't know, my buddy, my pal, that retro code, Eddie Fresh.
Hello, everybody.
I'm trying to think of cool new names to call you for every episode that we do from here on out, and I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything related to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is the game we're looking at. I am about 40 hours into the game. Ed is just starting. So yeah, I am in love with this game. Ed, you and I played a lot of Origins last year.
Yes.
And I absolutely adored that game. I loved the characters and the story. And my only complaint was the gameplay was not there, right? Like, it was a little clunky, it was a little slow. Climbing felt a little off, right? But we get to this, and when I first started playing it, it was not really where I wanted it to be, right? Like, it didn't click with me. I didn't really care for the characters. I didn't care for what was going on in the story, that kind of stuff. But sorry, my phone buzzed because the Browns are drafting players.
The NFL draft.
It's the NFL draft for those who are keeping track. But I picked it up this year again because, like, I really wanted to play this game because I loved Origins so much. And man, this game, I am so glad I went back, because this is literally probably the only game I've played a significant amount of time this year. I played a little bit of Borderlands. I played a little bit of I beat Gris. Like, I've played a lot of stuff on Switch for coverage and stuff, but this game is the game that I have been playing. Not like when I'm not doing stuff for NGR. This is the game I've been
as I recall,
diving into.
I had your back.
So this is the second game in the quote-unquote new trilogy of Origins, Odyssey, and then the rumored, as of this recording, the Viking game coming in 2020 with the launch of the new consoles, supposedly, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what they do with Vikings. I'm imagine that it's going to revolve a lot around ship combat. Because the Vikings are notorious for their huge, cool boats and stuff. So it's exciting. I really like this game. I can't wait to finish it, and I want to play through all the DLC. And this game has really made me want to, like, revisit a bunch of other games. Like, this game really gives me a lot of Breath of the Wild vibes.
Yes.
It gives me a lot of a lot more respect for games like The Witcher and other major open world games. It's giving me a lot of Horizon vibes. Like, it gives me a lot of vibes of these different games that I love. And
Yes.
It's kind of pulling them all together into one tasty treat for me to play. That's right, I said it. I said it.
Yeah. I remember playing the other games and not enjoying them at all. And then I played Origin, and I was just like, oh, this is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Like, and I had literally just got done. Like, I had played like Watch Dogs 2. I had played The Division and this stuff, and I was just like, hearing what they was doing with Assassin's Creed Origins is like changing up the formula and everything. And I was just like, oh, this sounds like really good. Then I started playing it, and me and Corey was playing it, and I think we just that's all we could talk about. It was just like, dude, I just finished this side mission. Now I'm in another side mission. I had did like 9 side missions before I got to the story, and I was like, goodness, how big is this game? Like, I still haven't finished Origins, and I think I need to go back and finish it.
Yeah, it's man, Origins. I want to go back and finish a lot of the stuff, like clean up the stuff I missed in that game too. But I'm too sucked in. I'm stuck in this game. Plus, I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat 11 lately on Switch, and that's taken up a lot of my extra time. So, yeah, this is the second game in this new quote unquote trilogy. They went full on into the action RPG space instead of the like you said, the original games were hit and miss because they tried some different mechanics in terms of different types of follow missions. Like the following missions were awful. It was one of those things where the first game was an interesting concept, and it does the traditional Ubisoft thing where like the first game is a cool proof of concept but doesn't quite get there, and then they just like build on it in the second game. Whereas I mean now it's more like I think Rainbow Six Siege is the evolution of that idea, where like the game launched and it was not great, but then they keep patching it and working on it and introducing new mechanics and taking out things people don't like, and they're listening. Ubisoft is the company that listens to their fan base, I think. Especially since I would say after they really started listening to their fan base after that Watch Dogs 1 fiasco.
Yes.
They really turned around and have, a lot of people have coined them good guy Ubisoft because they listen to their fans. They do a lot of cool things, unique things that a lot of these other companies don't do, But what I don't know. While we're on the subject of Ubisoft, what's your take on Ubisoft?
It looks like
Really?
I have to report
Like now?
about this.
Now,
Right.
it's very odd because they were kind of making the same game, and all of their stuff felt just like similar. Like you can't tell anyone like the difference. Like,
I mean, they're still doing that.
I mean,
To a degree, I would say. Like, I would say the Division. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I do that a lot. I need
No.
to get better at that.
I do that so much. Don't worry.
People have called me out on it, and I am aware that I do that, and I apologize. It's just like when a thought comes to my head, I spit it out.
Yeah.
I would say that the Division, Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and Far Cry are all. They have a similar structure. They're not necessarily the same game, but they have a similar structure where you go to an area, you clear out the area, and outposts and synchronization points and points of interest. You clear those out, and then a new area opens up for you to go do the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
It's the ultimate checklist game, is what I would call it.
Yeah. And we talk about Rayman Legends and Rayman, the Rabbids and Mario, how that was a big hit. And so I kind of seen like Ubisoft evolve, and, Watch Dogs, for whatever that game may be, it is what it is, but I enjoy Watch Dogs too. I'm like, okay, great. And then
I ended up getting Watch Dogs because we're going to do some pod and play stuff, and I actually want to play that after I play this because I've heard so many good things about Watch Dogs 2. And as somebody who played Watch
so
Dogs,
much better.
As somebody who played Watch Dogs 1 on the Wii U, we love the Wii U because we're like the Nintendo team and we love Nintendo stuff, but
right.
Boy, Watch Dogs was not the game to be playing on that thing.
Watch Dogs wasn't the game to be playing at all. I think on any console, it didn't. That was when Ubisoft was just like, we cannot be lying to the gamers. Like, we can't get your hopes up, and then just put this trailer out, and then when the game actually comes out, it looks nothing like it. And then high assets, definitely with the PC version. It was just like Ubisoft, during a period of time, they were falling to the EA Activision route, where they are a publisher not to be trusted with. They're not delivering on those games, those experiences, what they're promising with their trailers and stuff. And I think pretty much after, I would say probably after the Division and after probably like Assassin's Creed Origins, people started like, okay, Ubisoft is getting back in the good graces. Cause I'm sorry, uh, Ghost Recon Wildlands is questionable content throughout, and I'm being positive.
I just feel like Ghost Recon was a game that was confused at what it really wanted to be. You know, like part of it was like, some of it was like single player Far Cry stuff, and then other stuff was like the Division. Like it felt like it was confused at what it wanted to be, and it never really found its footing. Except for, you know, what do I know? It sold 20 million units, so what do I know? And it's getting a third year of content, so I clearly don't know anything. But that's what it was like to me. It was like, what do you want?
To me, it was.
I mean, I didn't really care for Wildlands either. I'm going to be honest with you. And I don't know if it was just, you know, the game wasn't for me. Maybe I didn't understand what the game was trying to do or whatever. But like, for the most part, I think Ubisoft knows what they're doing when they're building a game.
Ghost Recon was a lie because Wildlands was a lie because they didn't offer anything outside the first area. What you did in the first few missions of of that game, you did throughout the whole entire game. It was rinse and repeat. The flying was terrible.
Hey, you make me laugh sometimes.
The resourcing didn't really pay off for anything. It was just like when you play with people online, they would start you way back, where you had to redo a whole bunch of stuff to get to that mission. But when you're playing by yourself with the other 3 AI, you know, you resounded on them. You know, well, not resounded. You relied on them to like revive you, and if all your whole team died, then you guys kind of started at a checkpoint that wasn't so far back from where you needed to go, and just we did that. But it was just like, it was so redundant throughout the whole thing, and I was just like, this redundancy is they took the Division redundancy and like really make this game just tiresome. And so what they showed on the trailers, and you know, with all the talking and stuff like that, it just didn't resonate well with me. It was just like, I paid $60 for this game that I thought could have been inspired from the Division to play better, but it just didn't hold out. And I think that's when I was just like, okay, Ubisoft, like, I enjoyed the Division, I enjoyed Far Cry 3, I enjoyed Watch Dogs 2, but I think I had enough of you guys. And then Mario Rabbids kind of like, okay, that's great.
Mario Rabbids is a great game.
It is great, yeah.
We should do that. We should find a way to fit that into a pod and play at some point.
Well, I thought we got it. Oh, we don't have it on. Well, we may have it on the list for next season. If not, we can.
Well, I mean, we'll figure it out.
But it was just like, Ubisoft was just like not the publisher for me at the time. But like I said, I do enjoy their games now. They are better. I think, like you said, they listen and they learn and they improve and stuff. They recognize that, you know, making the Assassin's Creed series annual really hurt them. And so
they also made the best Star Fox game we've gotten in like 20 years. So for those of you who haven't played Starlink, you guys should play Starlink. It's really good.
Yes. But I think they're now in a better place, you know, where, you know, we could look at, because even their E3 press conference has like gotten better.
Yeah.
You know,
starts out Just Dance.
Right. I don't like the talkative nature stuff. Because even when they showed when they showed the Division 2 last year, before it came out, and they did that one mission, I was just like, is this at the end of the game? Like, why is it not, I was just like, okay, this is kind of wonky. Like, this is, where is this game, this portion of the game at? Like, I thought they was going to have something. And I kind of just wish they actually would just show the actual game that we're going to get and then call it a day. And hopefully this year they will. I don't know what else we'll get from Ubisoft. But we'll see, I guess.
So yeah, I think Ubisoft has actually done a better job of doing that over the years, showing us like the real games. I mean, that's just me, but where is this captain? Is this the captain? Why is he shooting a bow now?
No popcorn somewhere. But yeah, that's just me.
Popcorn.
Poppity pop.
I feel like I'm missing out. Speaking of popcorn, I feel like I'm missing out not going to see the Avengers tonight.
I could wait for it. I'm not.
Well, I mean, it's not a thing if I want to wait for it. It's that I have to wait for it because I have a baby and we can't really go sit through a 3-hour movie.
Right.
So, oh boy, this guy, he just wants to murder me. I don't really want to be murdered, so we'll just hand him some money and call it a day. Where is this guy? He's gotta be down here. But anyways, moving on. I want to talk about a game that recently came out as of this recording that you've played a little bit of, that a lot of people are saying is inspired by a lot of Ubisoft's open world game design, and that is Days Gone.
Yes.
You've been playing it. I want to try it. By all accounts, I should wait to play it. But what are your thoughts on that game?
I'm enjoying it for what I play. I don't like the intro setup. It's normal Sony stuff. But it sounds good. Like I played it with my headset on. It sounds really good. I haven't got to the craft, like really got into the crafting stuff just yet because it's still in the beginning. What they showed last year for the E3 presentation is kind of what you get in the beginning of the game, play wise. And so the riding the bike takes a while to get used to because you kind of start driving it and you start slipping and sliding, and I'm just like, why can't cars just control well? Like, why can't you guys just make this, like, balance it or anything? Or, other than that, it's not the WoW game that people probably didn't expect it to be, but like wasn't assured that it was gonna blow people's socks off. Like the delays of this game really help it, and it kind of seemed it did it in a sense from what people are saying. Hopefully, when I get more in, because me, Moose, and I think Jeff are playing it. So, and then there's some other people that are playing it, but I hope to get more into it, like get into the crafting and stuff. I was telling Corey that this is pretty much Sony's Crackdown 3. And I actually put on Twitter, since Crackdown 3 got opinion of that game being average, and this game is getting the opinion of it being average, can we all agree that these games still can be played and enjoyed? And
I think games that are just okay are fine, right? Like there's still enjoyment to be found of games that are just okay, right? It's there's a lot of games that I enjoy that are just okay, you know, like and I'm sure that it's the same way for you. Like there are games that are just going to be okay, and that's fine. You know, everybody is always up in arms of like, if it's not a 10, I'm not going to play it, right? Or you know,
right.
Like anything less than like a 8, I am not going to waste my time on. And that's unfortunate, because there are a lot of cool games that have a lot of cool ideas that just don't, you know, pan out because of budget or time, or just didn't come together. You know, like I think Anthem is a good example of that, right? We talk a lot about Anthem recently because it's out, right? Like I think Anthem is the perfect example of that, of a game that is okay and it's fun to play. There's a lot of cool ideas that just didn't pan out, but it is an okay game, and that is okay. And with today's games of like being able to be patched and fixed within a couple weeks of it releasing, and you know, adding features and stuff like that, like an okay game these days has the chance of becoming a good game, you know. I think Mass Effect Andromeda is that too, where it's like this game was not great at launch, and they put in some work and got it to a state where people were happy with it, right? And now it's, you know, it's not the best Mass Effect game, but it's a good Mass Effect game, you know?
Right.
So I feel like we're picking on BioWare a little bit here, but those are just two examples that are like, okay, what's this game going to look like in 3 months, 6 months, a year? The only sad part is this industry is built on what's the next big thing. You know, people don't wait for them. A lot of these, especially single player experiences, like they don't wait for it. They're like, what's the next single player experience I can get my hand on? Like, if this game is just okay, there's going to be a great single player experience coming in the near future. So, and I'm kind of afraid Days Gone is going to be stuck in that boat, except for the simple fact that I know a lot of people that are Sony diehard fans love to have protection over their exclusives. And I'm not saying that in like a derogatory form. Like, I think we really defended what's that game? Crackdown, right? And Sea of Thieves, I know, is another one that we've kind of I don't know, protected is the right word, but you know what I mean. Like, when people were dogging that game, they're like, no, this has good ideas here, let's wait and see what it's like.
And that's where I feel like sometimes it's unfair bias. That's when bias and unfairness comes into play. Is that when another game, and they could be different genres, are coming from certain the opinions are coming from certain personal, well, from certain people with personal views, it's just like you can't congratulate your own and make an excuse for it, and then rag on other people who has a different system and enjoy that game, and you just rag on them just to be ragging on them because you feel you still in the mindset that your system is better. Like, it should be where if your game is good, if it's average, and you want to support it, then support it. If other people want to do it for their game, support them. Be happy that they're playing that game. You know, people. I reviewed Crackdown 3. I gave it, before we changed our our review policy, I gave it personally a 4 out of 5 because I thought it was fun. It was fun to get into, have funny dialogue. The gameplay was thrilling. Like it really hides it really heightened when you play this game with another person. It was a blast talking to my friend. It was a blast us playing it at night and just enjoying it and stuff. And regardless of what people said about it, like, it wasn't perfect. The delays didn't really increase the quality of it, but it was something that I thoroughly enjoy. And like, it is one of Microsoft's probably first party title. Like, it will be a Game of the Year nomination just for our Microsoft game. I won't say exclusive yet. Microsoft game, in case if it goes to Game Pass and it ends up on Windows 10. But I purchased Crackdown 3 when it came out. I purchased Days Gone when it came out by the time you guys see this. So and I'm all about kind of giving stuff a chance and stuff. And I won't knock Days Gone because it's on a different platform or anything. I don't feel like I need to be biased to any game or anything. It may seem like that when it comes to Nintendo, but I explain myself about Nintendo and like I explain myself about other people's games. So I just think that when people are probably gonna be like, well, the game is average, but let's get this game to 1 million sales so we could brag about it. That's what some people are going to be saying or going to be using against Microsoft or Crackdown 3. It's just like, we're going to sell this much. I'm like, hopefully this game sells this much as a new IP and brag on it and then make fun of Microsoft. When that's, to me, it's like that's part of the unfair bias. Like, you shouldn't rag on the game with sales and stuff. I'm like, because the thing about this, I'm just like, you're only buying, for some people, you're only buying Days Gone because it's a Sony title. When Days Gone was first announced and shown, nobody had no interest in that game.
I think a lot of people were just confused at why is Sony funding 2 zombie games, right? Like, I mean, I know they're not really zombies, but they're zombies, and like, I don't know. I feel like Sony Bend has kind of gotten a raw end of the stick too, in terms of like marketing and the push for certain things, and when they were doing their push for their next big 4 titles, like where was Days Gone when it was clearly the next game coming out? And they're known for making their handheld stuff, and like why wasn't Days Gone pushed further? Did they get a fair budget? Like these types of things, and they didn't really discuss that, but I think it's worth discussing. Like, did they get a fair shot? So.
I think people were willing to give Days Gone a try because it's a new IP. I actually and thanks to Jason and Matt Phillips, like, I thought Ben Studio was a new company. Like, because didn't nobody talk about it. I didn't know they made some Vita games and Siphon Filter. I thought that was like Zipper or something. Thought it was somebody else that did Siphon Filter. So it was just like, I didn't know that Ben Studio actually had projects under their name, because didn't nobody talk about them. So to have something like this, with this game, like that's big for them, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, like, besides the Siphon Filter games, like this is kind of their first attempt at like console stuff. Like they made a core Uncharted game. A lot of people forget that, And
see, I didn't know that they made that. I literally thought Naughty Dog made it because it was their IP.
Yeah. So I mean, like they made a core Uncharted game that a lot of people forget about. Like you gotta like it's crazy, and the fact that they like and they were gonna make a Vita game, a Vita Infinite game at one point. Like Ben's been through the ringer. You know, they were actually working on bringing Golden Abyss to PS. I think they said PS3 at some point. Like when the Vita wasn't selling well, and like that just like they never got around to getting it done because they wanted to work on their own project, and then they greenlit Days Gone, and now we have it, which is kind of like it's oh my gosh, this dude has killed me 4 times. This is great visual. This is great video. I'm sorry, guys. So I mean I think Days Gone. I commend them on being able to do this project, and I feel bad because like people like to give EA a bunch of crap for not helping out their studios, and I really feel like Sony didn't really help them out at all, and putting it up against the Dreams open beta, which is like a giant creation tool, is kind of like a it's I mean the Dreams open beta or what do you call it? Early access is out this week too, right? Mm-hmm. Like why would you put 2 first-party games out the same week? That's my thing too.
And it's not even putting your first 2 parties out. Why are you not even marketing them?
I mean, I've seen a ton of commercials for Days Gone, but
Days Gone, yeah, it's getting marketed now. What happened? Why not Dreams? That game has been in production for a long time. You have a beta out. Why are you not marketing that game? Is it because that they think that Days Gone is going to sell, so they'll put money behind there? But Dreams, you just announce it and that's it. Like Dreams and Days Gone should have been 2 highlights of State of Play. And I understand, that's old news and we're past that, but I'm like, look how Nintendo did with the Nintendo Direct. They did with Fire Emblem, and that game is not even out yet, but they went in detail for it.
Fire Emblem's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. Fire Emblem's gonna be so good.
Yeah. Like, even with Smash, they took the time, even though Smash wasn't out for almost a long time, they went in and talked about it. Mm-hmm. And of course Nintendo has Treehouse Live during the Direct, during E3's presentation, but they would just, sometimes after their own Nintendo Direct, Treehouse Live or Treehouse would come on and show more stuff about that game and really go into detail. And yeah, there were some things that they couldn't reveal or anything, but like they would be able to talk about it. And I even give it up to Microsoft with Inside Xbox. Like, they give detail about what they're going to be doing for their game and for their next update for their title. So like, they really should have put, Sony in particular should have put more effort into Days Gone and Dreams.
Yeah.
I want, like, I'm not buying Dreams at the beta version. I'm waiting for the full version to come out because I want to buy it and I want to create some games. I want to create some stuff and like put it out there for NGR or put it out for like personally, because like I got some ideas that I would love to make. Because when Super Mario Maker 2 come out, it's gonna be level city. Like, I'm going to be all in creating crazy levels.
I mean, we're gonna be doing a Mario Maker series when it comes to Switch for POW Block for sure. I think it's gonna be funny to like play each other's levels and stuff. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw off the conversation.
Oh no.
I think like that's gonna be awesome.
But I kind of just wish that Sony would have back like Dreams and they probably did back days going up more than I expected, but I kind of wish they would have backed up Dreams more too.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Dreams is going to be the prime example of backwards compatibility for PS4. Like I think, man, that I don't know. I feel like coming out this late in the life cycle is very bad for that game unless PS4 is backwards compatible, which they confirmed it is, but I don't know if there's any caveat because yeah, technically you can change your PSN names, but at what cost? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like everything, and I'm not trying to dog Sony or anything. I like my PlayStation. We're playing this on PlayStation right now,
Right.
and I love Horizon and God of War is great and everything, but everything they try to let you do on a system wide level is there's always a caveat, and you're like, what? Okay, I can do this, but
There's a catch to it.
yeah, what's gonna happen?
I actually put on my Twitter that I out of this generation for Sony personally, I feel like the Last Guardian is Sony's Super Metroid. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn would have been it or close to it, but I'm like, I have played games like this before. I have experienced this gameplay style and this idea, so I'm not coming away connected emotionally like I was with The Last Guardian. I feel like The Last Guardian, with that being artistic and being something that you really care for the characters and you really care about that connection, great music and great use of wind and just the area that's surrounding and the way that it looks. I'm sorry, I'm using my hand and this is all audio.
No, it's fine.
It just has something to it that I feel like it doesn't get recognition, but I'm just like, this game for a PlayStation 4 is probably a historic all-time classic for me, and that might be something personally for me where I don't think no studio can recreate it. I don't think anyone at Microsoft, I don't think anyone at Nintendo can recreate it. I don't think even Anuma and Miyamoto, with their experience with the Zelda franchise, they couldn't create The Last Guardian. So that's
a game I really want to play, and I've been throwing around some ideas that I want to talk to you about at some point, maybe this weekend or whatever, but there's some games that I really want to play through and just do a full game let's play with you, or with what I mean, it's I want to do some more things, and we've kind of been playing around with some ideas and changing some stuff up recently, and the podcasts have kind of been our focus and less YouTube style stuff, but I want to get back to playing games, which is something I have not really gotten to do for a while, and play them with you and kind of discuss them as we play them, I know that that's what this show is kind of for, but I really want to dive deep into some certain games and really get in there and talk about stuff. And The Last Guardian, even Shadow of the Colossus is one of them too.
And I have Shadow sitting on my system. I really can't wait to play that one. Because I tried to play the PS2 version, the original one, but just couldn't figure it out, and I think it was because of the way that it looks. And I think probably Shadow of the Colossus, this remake or this reimagined version, I think will make it easier for me to look at, and stuff I could climb and how I could attack the Colossus.
Yeah.
So I can't really wait to get into that. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to get done and do and finish and whatnot, but Ed, we're hitting that 45-minute mark. Is there anything you want to discuss while we're still here. Any final thoughts on Assassin's Creed or open world games or anything?
Probably by the time you guys see this, hopefully Saints Row the Third is out for Switch, and hopefully people pick that up and give that game a try.
I think by the time this comes out, Saints Row is on Tuesday. By the time this goes up.
Okay.
But I mean, it's out on 360, which is backwards compatible on Xbox One and PC and PlayStation and stuff. So like you can play it now. It's just the Switch version is coming. So
yeah, and I think that's a great example of an open world game. Also, everybody check out our Sleeping Dogs discussion on how Square Enix handled that game in open world. And man, I really wish it did get a proper sequel. Like, it's so well enough that it should have had a sequel, and it didn't.
yeah.
But I wish the best for Biz Studios. Hopefully Days Gone does do well. Hopefully.
I hope this doesn't kill the studio, because they've been one of the studios on the chopping block for a while, like rumored to be, and like I hope it does well enough for them that they get to stay open, because there is a lot of good ideas and a lot of talented developers there.
Yes.
So. But we're going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember, you can watch Pot and Play every Saturday through the end of May, Season 4. You can catch up on past episodes on youtube.com/NGRradio and NGRradio.com. Look for our other Let's Play series and our other podcasts. You can check out Nintendo Power Block, Arsenal X, our Xbox podcast, Nerds Gone Platinum, our PlayStation podcast, and, of course, Nerds Gone Rogue. Check out all of our content on NGRradio.com. I also, I know it's a few weeks out, but I want you guys to check out Ed's Yoshi's Crafted World review, which went up a couple weeks ago as of this posting, and I'm really proud of Ed for that review, and it's a good one. So check it out, and check out some upcoming content from me as well soon. But anyways, I want to thank everybody so much for watching, and until next time, keep on playing.
Bye, everybody.